The future of an Obama-era policy to protect young undocumented immigrants from deportation known as DACA is being weighed on by a Texas federal judge.
Now, a growing number of DACA recipients say that due to years of uncertainty, they're looking to leave the country on their own terms. ABC News senior Washington reporter Devin Dwyer joins us with more. Good afternoon to you, Devin.
Good afternoon.
Hey guys, there are nearly 700,000 DACA recipients in this country. As you know, many were brought here by their parents as children and have grown up entirely as Americans, but now some are making the gut-wrenching decision to give up on their American dream.
This is where I live here.
Is your whole life in this room?
Not all of it, but a lot of it.
In his Philadelphia apartment, Miguel has been living the American dream. College graduate and son of Colombian immigrants, grew up cheering on American sports teams and studying American history.
And LBJ is your guy.
Yep. Yeah, it's a Texan.
His parents brought him to the U.S. as a toddler seeking asylum.
I loved learning about the president and about the different states.
But the family never got green cards for permanent residency. And Miguel, now 23, is among a growing number of so-called dreamers who are planning to self-deport from America.
I'm done dreaming. I want a real life.
But what is your dream?
Stability.
DACA was supposed to be temporary, but immigrants like Miguel have become dependent on the program as Congress remains gridlocked over a more permanent solution. Meanwhile, a major conservative legal challenge seeking to strike down DACA could soon be coming to a head.
An appeals court said the whole thing's got to go.
Immediately when I saw that news, and I started doing the math of, okay, if I renew by this day, and I was like, you know, I caught myself. I said, Miguel, you can't live like this. This is crazy.
This summer, Miguel says he plans to leave all that stress behind, what he calls an act of taking back control of his life by moving to Canada.
It's a developed country. It's a global power. So no, I don't think it's going back to square one, but it's still disheartening that it didn't work out in America.
Tawhida Wahabzadeh is a former DACA recipient who's supporting Miguel through the process.
I left the United States around February 2020.
She threw a so-called self-deportation party with friends and relocated to Canada. Later, Tawhida co-founding a network of disillusioned American dreamers known as Onward. She says hundreds have joined and that interest in self-deportation by DACA recipients is on the rise.
A lot of talent going overseas.
Brain drain, essentially.
Monsi Hernandez is a former DACA recipient from South Carolina, an aspiring social worker. Monsi moved to Germany at 23, leaving the U.S. at a time when social workers are in short supply.
I do not have any regrets about self-deporting. I'm no longer illegal.
Mada'i Zamora was brought to the States from Mexico at 3 years old, growing up as an American kid in California and North Carolina for 21 years.
The States, it's basically a golden cage. You have all these opportunities, but you can't really go anywhere past a certain point.
Hi, guys.
A teacher and community organizer, Mada'i self-deported to Mexico in 2018, where she started a video blog where she talks about being separated from her family, still in the States.
And I couldn't give my mom a hug.
To Miguel, those departed dreamers are proof life outside America's borders can offer a freedom they never found here. He's upbeat about enrolling in a Canadian business school, but as he took me on a drive through his beloved Philly neighborhood, the decision weighed heavy, too overwhelming to accept.
Like, why can't Congress just do something about this? It's not.
With his family's support and despite waves of grief for what will be lost, Miguel says he has no regrets.
Being able to live life on my terms and not what Congress or a judge or lawyers far away decide is incredibly empowering for me.
What do you want people to take away from our conversation?
We love this country, and we just want a chance to succeed.
And Congress has repeatedly failed to enact a path to permanent residency for kids like Miguel. Sad story, but inspiring.
And Devin, Miguel mentioned the legal challenge to DACA as one of the reasons why he decided that he will leave. Where does that stand? Is it likely to actually be struck down?
Well, Eva, all the legal experts that I've talked to say it's not really a matter of if, but when DACA will get struck down. The Texas judge that is hearing that case you mentioned previously ruled against the program, so this case is likely destined for the Supreme Court sometime next year, guys.
All right, phenomenal reporting, Devin Dwyer. Thank you.
Thanks, DeMarco.
Well, hey,
Hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.